Welcome back to Gensokyo Explosion Big Waterfall. Last time, we finished up at Yuyuko's place, which is actually called Hakugyokuro. The netherworld of the formerly living. And we were given Yomu to accompany us. Yomu is kind of a beast, so all good. And we were told that Chiriden is suspicious. Chiriden is the Palace of the Earth Spirits, which explains why my translator gave me something about Earth Spirits a couple times. The Palace of the Earth Spirits is actually from subterranean animism. It is the, mansion? Location? Town? Something or other. It's a town located in former Hell. It's not anymore, but it used to be. Now it's filled with, Oni and weird people. Soldering, for example. So, we may run into something interesting, so that's where we're going. So I got Yomu up to speed. As I mentioned... Oh yeah, this is straight up, Sadori's place. So I got her up to speed, and if we look directly at her stats... Oh, I never actually equipped her with the thing. If we look directly at her stats, she's just good. Really. Her HP is second worst. But, like, of the three of us, that's like her HP is third place. Her SP is technically last place, but there's a spread of 4 points amongst all characters. 5 points. Her attack is the highest of all of them. Her defense, 336, is second only to... My brain stopped working completely and utterly. It just shut down. Her defense is second only to Suwako. 336, yeah. Her speed is second only to Nue. Her int is tied with Cyrano, but second only to Suwako otherwise, which... And then Charisma is 241, which is second only to Cyrano. So, like... Her defensive stats are second only to Suwako, who is our defense beast. Her offensive stats are second only to Cyrano, who is our offensive beast. Her speed is second only to Nue, who is our speedy beast. She is a beast of a character. Before we get going, I also have... That's equipment. Oh, I was looking at equipment, no wonder. I have these that I want to use. I think they only raise your stats by 3 points? But I might as well use... Oh, can I not? Maybe that's why she's kind of a beast. She's come pre-boosted. Up to whatever the current limit is. What does this say, anyway? Okay, you tried to use the thing. Yeah, stop taking it because the maximum number has already been reached. Maybe that's why she's kind of a beast. Wow, I gotta go back and boost everybody up. Thoughts for next time. In my exploration and playing around in this before, I didn't mess too much with the stat boosting items, but maybe those are actually, like, expected. I wonder if there's an overall cap, or if each stat has a cap, at which point I should, like, be buying all of them and boosting every stat, or should I be focusing? I don't know. Thoughts for another time. So, as usual, in a brand new dungeon, first priority is getting to a hot spring, so we can stay in here indefinitely, effectively. And this is going to be real fun, because I don't like this dungeon. This is flat my least favorite dungeon. It's a maze. It's a 4-dimensional maze. This is Chiriden. It's the first time you had it. It's the first time I've seen something like an underground dungeon. City? It's a city. Oh, yes. It's my first time. I'm sure it is, sir. It's my third time. I've been here many times. I think she's saying, I've been here many times, but I've never come this far. Well, if the store says to get more drinks, as long as you're ready, you're fine. But it's dark and scary. I didn't come prepared. No, she's saying, I'm not scared. I'm still not used to the fairies dressed like zombies. Yeah. Oh, she's I look at the actual text. She's stuttering. I think it's just a, what was that? Zombies. You can see it by actually looking at it. Okay. Zombies! Yeah, this is my least favorite dungeon. This whole dungeon is like a friggin' 4-dimensional maze. And I'm going to get unbelievably lost frequently. Okay, so first step is murder. Second step, let's take a look. We don't know what Yomu's abilities are. So let's see what she's got. Okay, so this first one, that's your basic attack. Doesn't do anything. Double check. Probably. Yeah. R2, CHR plus 40%. Attack one enemy with a powerful slash. Cut something red and attack the whole, CHR plus 20%. Okay, so that's an AoE. Bullet aimed at your own machine comes out from where you cut it, CHR plus 70%. I'm not entirely sure what that means. CHR plus 10%. You can poison your enemies with a high degree of success. So which of these are AoEs and which of these are not? So this is single target. That's single target. CHR plus 20%, that's an AoE. 70% is single target. And poison is also single target. And then when we look at her spell cards, the interesting thing about Yomu is she doesn't have a single target spell card. Attack all with a powerful slash, CHR plus 40%. Simple Ramaki whole attack, CHR plus 50%. An overall attack that puts out, hits a little bit of everything. CHR plus 105%. The power is high, but the probability of missing is also high. So use it with caution. In other words, I'll never use it. But yeah, we have 2 AoEs. This one is elemental, and this one is not. Is there an elemental wheel in this game? Maybe that's explains some things that I don't understand. I have no idea. But yeah, if you just want to murder, this is your murder. Okay, that hurts a little. So right now, Yomu and Nue are outspeeding these. So it'll probably take another level or 2 before the rest of us are. So for the most part, they're not putting up a monumental fight, though. Okay, so this is a hub of sorts. We'll probably see this a couple times. But before we do anything, no, we can't go that way, but we can go back up over here and break this. So we now have a quick path back to our hub, if you will. And then if we turn left and go this way, this is also fake. And we fall down to a hot spring. And then from here, there we go. Reasonably quick to get to the hot spring. Wasn't bad. The only issue is, again, the dungeon as a whole is an absolute disaster zone. There is no, oh, you do the first floor puzzle. Oh, you do the second floor puzzle. Oh, the first and second floor are connected. All 5 floors. This is a friggin' 5-dimensional puzzle. You will be up and down every floor of this in order to get anywhere. And I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's just go back to the start. Ooh, got them zombies. Got them zombie fairies. They don't hurt too bad, thank heavens. I'm not gonna kill her. I like the personality that each one of them has in their regular attacks. Like Suwako does the rings, does the water, and it's all based on their actual spell cards. Nue's got the lasers and the curvy lasers. Man, nobody can dodge the curvy lasers. Yomu's got the knives throwing, you know, because swords. I think what would also be cool, and I don't know if it does this, I haven't investigated, But I think it would be cool if the enemies you ran into actually used the attacks that the enemies in that area, when you encountered them across the games, did those attacks. Or, you know, attack. Yomu's kind of hurting. Don't kill Yomu. Okay, so we're back up top. There is... Okay, so we can't go that way. Is there much else we can do from here? Not really. Oh, we have this here, so we can explore further in this direction if we so choose. Before we do that, though, I want to go back up here. Nicely done. Okay, so we can't go that way either. So our only real option was to go down these stairs. That opened up something else for us, though, but we'll get back to that in a second. Let's go back down here first. Yeah, because that sends us over here. We have an up and a down, so we can go one way or the other at this point. No secret walls or anything really to speak of. Okay, so that brings us back here. So, how much do we want to explore in this direction? There's this little thing here. Not actually anything here, but whatever. This is kind of one big room. Should be able to kill her before anything happens, and then we can heal up between fights. Okay, so we have a staircase here. Always go up and down staircases so it's on the map. Then we have a bunch in here to map, because this is just kind of a big ol' air. Take whatever that is. Maximus. Maximum juice. Maximum juice. Okay, so we're gonna have to even attack both of them. And we're good to go. Now we heal. And maybe I should stop back. And get some SP back. I mean, thankfully it's right here, so whatever. Okay, so this door was locked. There are very few locked doors in this dungeon. Because again, it's a giant 5-dimensional maze. You have access, if you can get there, you have access to pretty much everything in this dungeon. So, the very few locked doors there are unique in that, let's say. Okay, so I think I'm there. Let's map up this way. Can't go that way. I think I can use a 14 instead of the 30. Does water slow you down? Okay, there, so we can map that out. And we can head back this way. Go down staircases, so we have it as an option. Okay, that just leads to that. And we have a door there and a door there. It does not appear as though there are any secret doors, but we do need to go back up this way. Oh, you're new. Hi. Okay, not unbelievably terrifying. They both got frozen, which is good. Yeah, she's a little bit tougher, it seems. Still goes down in the same number of turns, but you could see she had just a little bit more HP. Item. Royal jelly. Okay, nothing else over here. So these two rooms connected to each other. But there's also 2 doors out, so we lost 2 rooms and then gained 2 rooms. Oh, what I wouldn't give for an AoE spell. Or an AoE cure. Okay, so out of this room, we can go through the bottom. And the only thing in here is this. Got another royal jelly. Yes. And on the other side, we can see a couple ladders that we'll get to eventually. Okay, so we can't go in any of those directions right now. So that's actually pretty much all we can do on this side. Just pay attention to how much experience these guys give me so I know which one to kill first. Yeah, what do we got? What do we got? So we have two different places that we can go down. There's nothing else we can do from the floor we're currently on. And there's nothing else we can do from up here. So we've got to go down one of those again. And that's going to wait until next time. Until then, everyone, this horror show of a maze begins.